So this whole Leo Rush thing, this whole Leo Rush situation. I mean, what I'm seeing online and the way that this grown ass man who happens to be small in stature is being handled, it is really disgusting. And it says a lot about perception and what people feel is respectable behavior on the internet. Now, welcome to Wrestling in Color podcast on my YouTube channel. This is my channel. Hey, welcome on new subbies. Appreciate you. Growing slowly but surely, but we growing. We ain't gonna stop. Show don't stop. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, and those links are on the new banner that I try to spruce up the place every now and then. What else? Make sure you thumbs up the video, and then I want you to subscribe. You know what I'm looking at? Like, I'm sitting at my computer, right? And I look up at the ceiling, and it's a spider hanging on by the thread, right? By its little spider thread. And I get a lot of spiders in this new place, and I don't like it. And what I'm gonna give him an opportunity to get the fuck from around me before I crunch him. So we gonna see, cause I don't got time for that. Especially since they said we be swallowing spiders in our sleep and stuff. He better figure some things out quick. So a couple things happened. The tragic death of Shad Gaspard. And let me say something about that, because while I was working on this Leo Rush thing and what I wanted to say about support from the elder black wrestlers, or lack thereof, or the way they're responding to the young men, the young black dudes, and how they're handling situations, I actually looked up Chad because he was on the Jabatias podcast, and he has said something over there that I didn't care for. Something to the effect of, he heard the use of the N-word, but he didn't say nothing because he wasn't finna rock the boat. And, they laughing, and I was like, oh, so he one of them. He one of the good old boys, the go along, the get along niggas, right? Then when I was looking that up and looking up stuff, it popped up that he disappeared at sea. And I was like, oh, wow. So I shared it on Twitter, and I was like, wow. And then, everybody started picking up on the situation, and apparently he sacrificed himself for his son to live, and he got pulled in by a strong tide. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not a swimmer, but I know when you get out there in that ocean, the surface be looking real calm, but under that surface, that water is strong. It's like it ain't nothing to play with, and he must have got swept in by the current and the all that's going on, and it took him out to sea, and he ended up getting washed up a couple days later. And the outpouring of love and support. And I saw Batista had posted something, and he was really choked up. He said he didn't know why it was bothering him so much, but the reason why it bothered him is because Chad was a dream chaser, and he was getting into a lot of acting, and now he won't be able to fulfill his dreams, and that upset Batista. And then some fun facts popped out that his body was used in the mocap for the newer version of God of War, which I haven't played yet, surprisingly. I haven't gotten that yet, and it will probably be downloaded eventually. But that was some fun stuff, and a lot of people said that he was a positive guy. Like, it was a lot of love and outpouring for Chad Gaspard, and it's a sad situation, and the family, they got a lot of love from around the world and around the wrestling community and the fans and stuff, and I hope they pull through the best way they can, because that's terrible. He was the patriarch of his family. Now, with that being said, I was like, should I even bring him up? Because it's in poor taste to, like, dog out dead people. You know what I mean? But, again, just because one has passed doesn't mean their behavior and lack thereof, morality and stuff, isn't something that should be talked about. Because the way Chad responded to the ACH situation was really harsh, really rough. But when Leo Rush had posted the way Chad responded to him, and he just was like, the guy's a natural, the guy's a natural talent. And, you know, Leo was touched by, he was really down for, you know, the way Chad had embraced him and spoke on his talent and how far he would get in the business. And to see the way he's being handled because he spoke up about something that he was uncomfortable with last year. And it's crazy because the first video I did to start this podcast was Leo Rush. So you find, I said the reason why I started this whole podcast because of the Leo Rush situation. He did not want to carry wrestlers' bags. He said they were big white men and he had to carry their bags. And at the time, he was supposed to be a bigger than life manager for Bobby Lashley. When he came to Raw, the way he was introduced, you could go back and look at Leo Rush first Raw appearance. He jumping all over the place. The audience is like, oh, ooh, even though I was like, damn, he flipping, like he got springs. And then, you know, it ebbed and flowed, and here we are. So, also, he didn't think he was getting paid enough for his talents. And again, you all have a tendency to tell people what you think they're worth. If Leo Rush thinks he's worth more, then by all means you go and negotiate that. That's at any fucking job. Not just wrestling. Just because these people are slamming their bodies and shit don't mean they're not supposed to negotiate for what they feel they are worth and what they are bringing to the table. Leo Rush is only 24, 25 years old. That man is fucking talented. You can't deny that. But you're not going to disrespect the man because he's 5'2". Like, I don't understand the concept of that. I don't. These damn spiders. He doing acrobatics on the ceiling to get his ass out of here. So, you know, everybody's chiming in. Now, you got the good old boys, as I call them, or the go along, the get along guys, and the Booker T's and the Mark Henrys. They're never going to go against the grain of WWE because WWE is feeding these fuckers. So why would they sit there and say, yeah, Leo right. Yeah, Leo right. So Leo was on Jobber Tears. Shout out, you know. He was on Jobber Tears and he spoke about how he didn't understand what Mark Henry was talking about. He said Mark Henry's talking about meet him as if he's like they had some type of relationship. He said he just was like, it's something, Mark Henry was like, it's something wrong, something going on. And Leo was like, nah, everything's fine. Like he said, I wasn't finna sit there and get deep with the man because I don't know the man. Makes sense to me, right? Leo felt that he wanted to air out his grievances on Twitter. That's what the fuck Twitter for. So what? Everyone goes to Twitter. Just because he's not your fave, he can't go to Twitter. Like I got wrapped up in a I guess you call it back and forth with some Alexa Bliss fans. Just because they're your fave, you think so. I mean, you think they're not going to come to her aid because I'm talking shit about her? I expected them to. So, because he's not your fave, you don't want the man to talk shit. But if your fave goes on and starts talking shit on Twitter, you all for it. You all for it. You like, yeah. But Leo Rush do it. He got to shut the fuck up. And, oh, he's short and stupid. And why this and why that. Come on, man. To see somebody like Mark Henry in this particular time say that he gonna sue Leo Rush is a fucking joke, especially since Mark Henry is the one who spoke on Leo Rush first. You gonna sue him, talk about you got Harvard educated lawyers and all this bullshit. He said this is why African American talent on the biggest platform will continue not to have equal opportunity because people like you constantly tear down your own people. A damn shame, honestly. That's what Leo Rush tweeted to Mark Henry, and Mark Henry responded, if you go down to the Performance Center NXT, probably 25 I think people of color in that facility, probably about 80 plus of them I got help. So out of 25 people, he got 80% of them. First of all, it's only fucking 25. If you go down to NXT and you look for the people of color, I guarantee you he did not help None of the Asian folks. You got Bianca Belair there. That's 86%. And if Bianca Belair is uncomfortable and decides that she wants to speak out on her position, I guarantee you he gonna tell her to hush up. And it's amazing to me because y'all just went on about Ember Moon, who's another black wrestler who ain't gonna get no shine because she was running after some fucking 24/7 championship and ripped her entire tendon off her fucking heel. So she probably never gonna even get to wrestle no more. And you two big oafs is sitting there talking about don't make me cry. But when the woman can't get ahead because Vince McMahon don't know who the fuck she is or what she's trying to convey. And if you want to understand what I'm saying about Ember Moon, I did a whole video about who is Ember Moon. Because honestly, she's a war goddess, but then you got her in the back getting bullied by Fire and Desire and they broke up her on Switch. If you wanted her to be a fucking cool kid skateboarder playing video games, then do that. But if you want her to be Undertaker-esque war goddess, moon howling fighter, then you don't have her getting bullied and sounding like a 12th grader. Like, y'all just fucked her all up. And to think, she came through under Booker T. And now she's there and can't get no further. What the fuck y'all gonna do for her, huh? What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do for her, Mark Henry? You gonna say, hey Vince man, why don't you let Ember, be calm? You can't do nothing for that woman. You saw Bianca Belair, because I listened to her Chasing Glory. You saw her do the CrossFit. Bianca Belair was doing things to stand out in the CrossFit. And if you follow her, she had this cute little outfit, this big giant bow. And I said that bow is what got you to where you are now. Your whole personality is that big ass fucking bow. Only thing Mark Henry did was what most people don't understand about the workforce and how to get ahead in anywhere, in the United States anyway. You got to know somebody who fucking knows somebody. Because if Mark Henry wasn't at that damn CrossFit, or somebody didn't know Mark Henry to say, hey, you need to go down there and get that motherfucking Bianca Belair would not be where she at, and she would not have met her husband. Okay? So I don't know what he's talking about. Probably 25 of the people of color. Well, who the fuck you talking about? 2 people out of 25? Get the fuck out of here with that. I mean, it's completely opposite. He said my lawyer went to Harvard. I don't know what kind of lawyers he's dealing with, but I got those Ivy League people around me and they're pissed. Pissed about what? Why is Lio Rush apologizing about how he felt in the beginning, about how he was being handled and treated, and what he thought would be proper for him as a man and as his character's development, and you telling him that he need to keep it down and he done lied to you and you don't understand why he lied to you? Why the fuck is he apologizing to you? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give y'all time to let me know. Alright, so he said because he's getting at him the way he getting at him on Twitter, he got an album to release, so he getting clout. Understand something, y'all. I know we talk about wrestling, so you think wrestling is a big ass world. Understand, the most people watch wrestling on from the if you listen to the the reviews and the ratings, you won't go beyond 3 million people. It is 350 and 320 something million people living in the United States, and that's not counting illegals who have no fucking idea who the fuck Mark Henry is, besides this small group of a fraction of Americans, the 3 million that usually watch the first hour of Raw, if it's good. Lately it's been 1.6. No one's watching NXT. What the fuck is he talking about? Don't nobody... there are people who do not... And I don't... Listen, I don't care for Lio Rush's music. I don't care for that type of music that he's got going on. I'm a R&B, old school listening type of woman, right? But there are people that love Lio Rush's music. I don't think him telling Mark Henry to go fuck himself is going to get him any traction in his music. What the fuck are you talking about? That was a joke in of itself. I don't know what the fuck Mark Henry's talking about. He using me for clout. Who the fuck is you? You sexual chocolate. I could go right now to a couple people like you saw what Mark Henry said to Leo Rush, and they'd be sitting there blinking like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about? What Mark who Mark Henry? Who that? So now we got that out the way. Now you done threw the man under the bus, call him short and all this other shit. That's all y'all keep pointing out is that the man's small. So fucking what? Your fave right now ain't all that tall either, but he's got he's packing a punch. In comes Jim fucking Cornette. Mr. Chicken in Africa Cornette. Mr. Saying stupid shit and is a known racist Cornette. Here he comes. Here he comes. And this is the same guy that just called Becky Lynch because she wanted to fucking start a family at 35 years old with her fucking fiance. Or as Seth called her, his wife. You called her an easy bake oven, and how dare that bitch go out there and get pregnant when she is right now it's the business. It's the business. You know, he literally is a representation of the majority of wrestling fans who think wrestling is it. Don't nobody need to be living, but they need to be entertaining your fucking ass. Do you know all them wrestlers that you enjoy are fucking married with kids? Honestly, WWE is becoming a retirement home because these men are up in age. AJ Styles and Randy Orton, they pushing 40 and not past 40. They got kids to fucking feed. They getting these light ass, positions at the company, and they keeping their low contracts because they got a fucking family. So Becky Lynch, yeah, she's the man. She's at the top of her game. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Everyone's getting fucking tired and fatigued to Becky Lynch. She goes and does what? What do you do with your fiance? Fuck them. You're not using condoms, right? That's your fiance. Oh, you got pregnant. I'm sure they sat down and said, listen, I know you an older gal. And I know your eggs ain't gonna be lasting. Men can have sex all the way into their fucking 90s, half dead. Us ladies, we have a set of eggs. We get one life. One lifetime to use. You either gonna pump them bitches out or they gonna dry the fuck up. Or you gonna freeze them. Okay? That's basically what's gonna happen to us. So she sat down with her fucking husband, her fucking fiance, in the privacy of their own home or who they was talking to and said, listen, I want children with you. I love you. This is what we're gonna do. He didn't say, well, you in a prime, you in a diamond, you're lie, how dare you? He said, all right, I'm gonna put the pedal to the metal and burn that motherfucker down, and that's what he did. She came out, she let you know, I'm knocked up, I'll be back. Y'all act like the bitch ain't coming back. She's gonna be back. She's due in December. She was getting slammed with Shayna Baszler pregnant. Y'all, okay? What you want to do? She's due in December. Your homegirl Ronda Rousey ain't go, and she left. Y'all not dragging her ass. Imagine if Ronda Rousey left and actually got pregnant. What y'all gonna say? Oh, fuck. How dare she? When she's gonna come back so I can be entertained? Get the fuck out of here. So here's Jim Cornette. And this is how he talks to a grown fucking man. A grown black man at that. This is how he fucking talks to him. Right? And the way y'all are just like, yeah, you got to be fucking kidding me if I'm going to co-sign Jim fucking Cornette. I co-sign Mark Henry. Dead ass wrong Mark Henry. And obtuse ass Booker T before I co-sign a Jim fucking Cornette. So here he goes. I'm tired of, Leo Rush said, I'm tired of idiots like the Jim Cornette spewing shit out of their mouths and thinking people won't say or do something back. So Jim responded, what are you going to do, you mental case? Find another prelim spot you can fuck yourself out of. Of all the people in the world, I couldn't whip your minuscule midget ass isn't one. Enjoy obscurity. You've earned it. Really? 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 That's what we doing? And that's cute? Y'all talking about, yeah, fuck Leo Rush. He short and stupid. He this and that. I follow on Facebook. I'm in a group and this is what Leo said. He said, how does it feel knowing that I got thrown into a role that I had no business being in my 7 months of doing it? I still had a more promising manager career than you could ever. A fucking tennis racket is all you could come up with. Okay, now, didn't nobody understand what the fuck Leo was saying? Now, a majority of these people talking about, how you messing with Jim Cornette? I guess little man trying on his big boy pants. That's a grown ass man with a wife and kids. What? I don't understand the disrespect. I don't understand it. Why is everyone so comfortable talking to each other like they fucking crazy? I don't get it. I don't find it appealing. I don't find it cute. It ain't a turn on. Leo, he said he don't want to wrestle. And you know why he said he don't want to wrestle? Because he is drained. He said he don't want to go back to WWE because morale. He said his morals and ethics don't line up with the WWE. That is out fucking outrageous. Outrageous. You know, I'm going to leave it here. Young guys, young gals coming up, y'all going to have to learn to navigate your own path, because this good old boys network, which is what we got running the country, which is what's running your job, this good old boys network is going to be the death of fucking wrestling. Y'all think people supposed to get, mind you, there's a rumor has it Mark Henry got a shit sandwich from X-Pac. They shitting on people's food. You got Randy Orton rubbing his hands on his dick and making people shake their hands. You got to do all this fucking hazing and shit so you can get respect from grown fucking men as if this is the fucking 50s. I can understand where Leo Rush is coming from. I can. And he don't got to deal with it. And I'm really happy that he don't got to deal with the shit no more. He don't. Leo Rush can go any way he want, and no one's going to tell him otherwise, and why he can't do it. Why not? I want somebody to explain to me. You mean to tell me Hulk Hogan could go where he want? He said he is stone racist. You mean to tell me or a Macho Man got his own, not Macho Man, the Ultimate Warrior got his own award, and he a fucking flying ass racist, especially toward the end. That motherfucker flew off the handle, but here we go giving out Warrior Awards. All these people, I can go on and on. Y'all say Andre the Giant calling people niggas. I can go on and on and on. Y'all let all these other people come back unscathed, but Leo Rush, ACH, and anybody that want to say, hey man, I don't want you disrespecting me like that, they got to be quiet and they got to deal with it. You know what I got to say to that? Fuck y'all, fuck the good old boys, and fuck the bootlicks that follow behind them. That's what your legacy gonna be. Well, you know, when I was in wrestling, you know, they had kicked me in the balls before I could get a shot at the title. But you know, I had to deal with it, you know, because I came from the bottom. But you know, I had to say, you know, figure things out and everything. You know what I mean? And you know, these young cats, you know, they you know, they just like bucking the system, and sometimes you gotta work in the confines of the system. I want to know if y'all can tell me who I'm I want to know if y'all can tell me who that is. Here, let me give you another hint. You know, I understand the guys, you know, they want to do tag team wrestling, and you know, it's real good and it feels great, but if it was you tell me you gonna give me $1 million, I'd never be on TV. I'd take the money over creativity any day. What motherfucker gonna tell somebody that? Who the fuck gonna say, listen man, I know you want to be creative and have a good time, but they offering you this amount of money, so you go ahead and be a clown. And y'all see the tag team division. You go ahead and be a clown and be disrespected and take that money. Man, listen. Not me, not ever. What can you do? Like ACH said, what's rough is when people on Twitter who will never understand what it's like to put your body on the line and do things that they do, or any job for that matter, you get blasted or you feel like you wanna speak up and say what you want to say, only to get ramshackled all over the fucking internet for no reason at all. Now it's becoming all. Now you go over to Jim Cornette's response. Now it's all this racism, all this conversation about the man's size and all this bullshit. It went from hey, I don't want to be treated a certain way to now we finna treat you the way you don't want to be treated, and in the same breath, it's funny. It's funny now. It's funny. Good luck to Lio Rush. That's all I can say. I'm gonna stand on the side of Lio Rush regardless. I'm never gonna take up for no fucking Jim Cornette. Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding? So with that being said, I'm gonna leave it right here. That's my thoughts on Lio Rush, Mark Henry. Now I can put Jim Cornette's picture in the fucking little thing that I'm gonna make. You know, the little thing I'll be doing when you see this or whatever. I had a cocktail. If you made it this far, road to 300. Tell me what you think about this whole situation, and just chime in at the bottom. I appreciate each and every one of you as usual. Keep on subscribing, keep on thumbs upping, and follow me. Keep up with me, y'all. It's your girl Stephanie. Wrestling in Color Podcast on YouTube. That'd make a good theme song. What you think?